Everybody, happy week 2 for writing. I'm gonna jump right in here. I really enjoyed the video. It was interesting, just to kind of hear that perspective on texting, and he's right. Texting is more of a language than a writing. I'm the LOL guilty on my texts and stuff like that, so it's definitely a compared to writing. It's just like you're having a conversation with somebody, not a you're writing with a, I don't want to say purpose, but there's no certain thing you need to be writing about. You're communicating, what you need to do or what's going on or how you're feeling. It's just in a real informal way, like if you run in somebody in the hall or something, do it that way. And then, compared to writing, when you're writing something, you need to know your audience, context of what you're writing. Then you got to check for your grammar, punctuation, all that, your sentence structures, your subject. You got to go right down the line compared to a text where you'll just send somebody, hey, I need to do this, or I'm doing this, or do you want to do this, or how's it going today? And it's more like you pick up the phone call to call somebody back in the day. And it was interesting to me too to see when he went back on all the different writings that other professors and it just through history about thinking our language is going downhill because people can't write. And it's the same way now. I think it's just keeps evolving into a more, I want to say writing's still formal, but it's almost like a more casual. It's not, I always think of like how Shakespeare and those guys wrote, with the big words and everything else. And but you still do that to get your point across in writing, but it's not as, I don't know, kind of, I want to say Victorian type writing or like that. But yeah, it's definitely involved in how you write. And like I said, you really got to know who you're writing to and follow all that. Your grammar, punctuation, and text obviously isn't there. Mine aren't there. I'm guilty of that. I'll admit that all day long. And it's, and just to see that his point of view, where you can, and considering text was actually just, like I said, a language, which it is. It's it's the way we talk, and you got all the slang terms, and I can't keep up, with the slang terms. I'll get texts from. I help with the high school doing stuff, and I'll get texts from the kids on stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're even talking about, or there's a slang term in there, and you gotta learn it. And then once you learn it, then you find yourself using it sometimes. And my kids aren't old enough to do the text yet, but I'm sure when they start getting phones and texting, it'll be a whole nother odyssey for me to learn all that. Yeah. And then also in the video, just when he was kind of reading through the text that people send with the lol and stuff like that, it was, it sounds funny when you read it, or when you read it aloud, but when you get it, you don't even think about that. Like, you see the LOL, to me, it's you're having a casual conversation. Nobody's mad, nobody's angry, everybody's happy, and then in text too, if you use like a punctuation, put an exclamation point, it's like, uh-oh, they're mad, something's going on. You use your exclamation point as you're angry. And it's just crazy how we've taught ourselves that, because I wouldn't have thought 20 years ago that's how we'd communicate and go from there. So anyway, like I said, I enjoyed the video. It was interesting, and I kind of interested to hear what you guys have to say about everything, and your perspective on texting. And I'm sure I'm not the only one guilty of a lot of the text stuff, the LOLs and all that. So, and bad punctuation, so I don't feel too bad. So anyway, looking forward to everybody, and I hope everybody has a good week too, and I will see you later.